stories.
Well, thank you, Fennon. I've missed telling my stories. So good to see you here this morning. I have a
Classic.
story, a classic, yes, a story that I've shared before, and I knew 3 weeks ago this was the story I was going to tell this morning. Imagine. I just had this suddenly come into my heart and into my head that said, Caramba's story needs to be told. So here it is. Caramba looked like any other cat. He had soft fur and a long stripy tail. He ate fish. He purred. He even went for long walks. But Caramba was different from other cats. He couldn't fly. He couldn't fly. It worried him a lot. Every cat in the world could fly, he said to Portia, his best friend, except me. I'm different too, said Portia. I'm pink and fat. I have a curly tail. You're a pig, cried Caramba. All pigs are pink and fat. And I can't fly either, said Portia. Pigs don't fly. Cats do, sighed Caramba. Everyone knows that. It was true. Soon after they learned to walk, young cats would begin to fly. They would leap off the cliffs and soar over the ocean. Caramba watched them swoop and glide and skim the waves. That looks like fun, said Portia. Don't you even want to try? No, said Caramba. But secretly, Caramba did try. He jumped off a small rock and fell flat on his face. What are you doing, Caramba? Said Portia. I'm looking for caterpillars, mumbled Caramba, his mouth full of grass, for my caterpillar collection. Then Caramba leaped off a chair and landed in his grandpa's lap. Ay, Caramba! Cried his grandfather. What are you doing? I'm admiring your slippers, muttered Caramba. They're very nice. Caramba decided to try on a windy day. He ran as fast as he could and he flapped his arms. What are you doing up there, Caramba? Asked Portia. Just hanging around, said Caramba, waiting for my socks to dry. Finally, Caramba gave up. That's it, he told Portia. I'll never fly. What? You can't fly, said Bijou. Caramba looked up. His heart sank. His cousins, Bijou and Bug, were hovering just above his head, purring loudly. That's ridiculous, said Bug. Every cat knows how to fly. Caramba can do other things, said Portia. He collects caterpillars. He tells stories. He cooks cheese omelets. But he can't fly, laughed Bug. Caramba, what is wrong with you? Caramba didn't answer. What could he say? That he was afraid to fly? That flying made him dizzy? That he had tried over and over and over again and failed every time? The cats flew away, giggling and weaving between the clouds. Let's do something else, said Portia. Let's go for a ride in the rowboat. I don't want to do anything else, said Caramba. I want to be alone. Caramba walked slowly down to the pier. What is wrong with me, he thought. Why am I different? He wondered how it would feel to fly, to float like a cloud, to be light as a feather, to be free as a bird, to be like all the other cats. It probably felt wonderful. Then, with a furry whirring noise, Bijou landed on the pier. I have an idea, Caramba, said Bijou. We'll give you a flying lesson. What if you drop me, said Caramba. What if, don't be such a scaredy cat, said Bug. Cats are meant to fly. Bijou and Bug grabbed each one of Caramba's paws.
Is it a good kind of different or a bad kind of different?
Let's see. Up they went. The wind whistled through their fur. Birds swooped beneath them. Caramba opened his eyes. He was amazed. He could see forever. He could see forests and rivers, red roofs on tiny houses, the patchwork squares of fields. It was stupendous. It was scary. Now the ocean glistened, moving like a giant animal stretching out beneath them. "Are you ready?" asked Bijou. Caramba's throat was dry. "No," he whispered, but they didn't hear him. They let him go. "Fly, Caramba!" cried Bijou. "Flap your arms, whirl your tail." But Caramba fell like a stone into the dark water. Bubbles rose around him. Seaweed tickled his paws. Caramba opened his eyes. Schools of fish were staring at him. Crabs scuttled over the white sand. Sea urchins and starfish basked in the blue light. Caramba's fur waved softly in the water. He was floating. Caramba flapped his arms and glided through the water. Caramba whirled his tail and soared through the seaweed. He somersaulted and swooped. He was light as a feather, free as a bird. It was like flying.
Sounds like me.
Up above, Portia, Bug, and Bijou were very worried. "Caramba," they called. "Caramba!" Suddenly, Caramba popped out of the water. "I'm here!" he cried. His cousin stared in amazement as he swam toward the rowboat. "What are you doing?" cried Bijou. "Cats can't swim. Everyone knows that." "Well, I can," said Caramba. "How was it?" asked Portia. "Wonderful," said Caramba, drying his ears. "You should try it." "I just might," said Portia. "Who knows? Maybe pigs can swim too."
I didn't think that book. So I guess it was a good kind of different.
I wonder how it would feel to not be able to do something that everybody else could do. I wonder how that would feel.
Not fair.
Not fair. And I wonder how it would feel to finally discover there's something that you can do that nobody else can.
Amazing.
Amazing? Yeah. Well, that's our story. And we're going to sing a piece that we know pretty well. The only thing I have to point out is that we're going to sing it the normal way, and then in the middle, we're going to change one word. We're going to sing like a rock, love is under our feet. And then we'll go back and sing the original words again. So let's sing like a rock. And if you want to join me in the actions, that would be great too. And you're welcome to do that too. Like a rock.